This video is going to give you an introduction to comparatives and inequalities. We're going to first start by looking at the different symbols for inequality notation, and these should look somewhat familiar. We've seen them before. This first one here, we can say that it represents less than. We have the one underneath it that is greater than. Next, we have less than or equal to. After that is greater than or equal to. We have the just general equal to, and underneath of it is not equal to. Let's look at a few examples here. You can see I've written them already on the left. I have x is less than 3. I have 5 is greater than 3. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Then I put an example of words here. You can see I have the amount of money in my wallet is greater than or equal to $3. So I'm thinking about all of the possible amounts of money that can be in my wallet. I could have $4, $5. I could even have $3. I just can't have anything less than $3, obviously. I have 5 is equal to M, and 7 is not equal to 8. And again, these bottom two we've seen before. Let's just look at some of the words that you're going to be seeing when we talk about translating inequalities. So for less than, I've got fewer than. We could use the word below. We could use less than. For less than or equal to, you might have them use the words no more than, not above, does not exceed, or at most. So watch for that. That's a clue that it's less than or equal to. For greater than, I've got more than, exceeding, above, greater than. All of these are going to be used to represent that greater than symbol. And then greater than or equal to, we've got at least, no fewer than, minimum, top, or no less than. And we'll be talking about some more examples as we go through our lessons as well. You want to watch out for when we are using less than versus is less than. And you're maybe thinking, what's the difference? It is huge. So if you look at my examples underneath, 4 less than x is greater than 5. I'm going to actually write 4 less than x, which is greater than 5. It's going to look like that, versus x is less than 5. So notice how we've got a less than here, but it is different than my is less than here. This is kind of what we're watching for to tell us that we've got an inequality versus just showing subtraction. Next, let's just chat quickly about compound inequalities. So a compound inequality looks like this right here. I have, and I'm going to read this as x is greater than 2 but less than 5. So I'm thinking about all the values when x is greater than 2 and when x is less than 5. So greater than 2, it could be 3, 4, but it has to be less than 5. I've got another one underneath here that says x is greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 8. So that's another example there. I want you to notice a few things. The smaller number is always written on the left. The larger is on the right. Your numbers go in order from left to right. So notice that I have my 3 first, my 8 last. We wouldn't write a compound inequality like these. So notice this one right here. It's a little bit strange. This one, we couldn't say x is less than 4 and less than 8. That's going to show us that why wouldn't we have just said that x is less than 8? So we wouldn't need to write that. We don't want to write it like that. Next, you'll see that in this one, I've got my x all the way over on the right. So I'm saying x is greater than 7, which is greater than 3. We wouldn't say that either. If I wanted to say that it was greater than 3, that would include 7. So I wouldn't need to write a compound inequality in that case as well. So some things to look out for there. I hope you found this video helpful.